Hi everyone. So today we are making my crisp garlic dill pickles. It's refrigerated pickles. They are so crunchy and yumminess. Now you have to be careful on the salt amount. I did take a picture of this recipe and it will be on this video. So just pause it and write it down if you have to. Real easy to do. I got a cup of white vinegar in my pan. And then you take half, I go a little bit above half of the jar that you're using. This is a half gallon. So that's all I'm going to be doing up today. I'm going to pour that in my big pot. Now, 3/4 cup of salt, kosher salt. 1 cup is way too salty. 3/4 cup, you got to be careful because even at that, it's still salty. So I think I'm going to go with the 2/3 cup and try it this way. Do not go at the half cup mark because it's not enough salt to brine your pickles. Because the salt does help make them where they're brined. So I'm going to go with the 2/3 cup. You can go with the cup or 3/4. I'm telling you, a cup is too salty. Now I'm just going to heat this through to dissolve the salt. And that's going to be it. I'll let it simmer down a little. And then in this jar, I'll stack my pickles in there and some onion. And I'm going to throw in a couple of these chilies. I'll poke some holes in it. And then at the very top, you put in your pickling spice. 1 tablespoon of pickling spice in the top. And then, well, you can even do it in here. I think that's how I did last year, and I think that's what I'm going to do this year. So I don't forget. Boys, quit. So, and I've had this in my freezer. This is going on my 3rd year with this. And as long as you keep it in the freezer, it smells just like the day you open it. I'm telling you, Gordon Foods is the bomb. I'm just going to stick 1 tablespoon in there. Like I said, they say to pour it on the top. I could just put it in there because I do forget. And then I'm going to stick this back in the freezer. Make that lid up tight. So, okay, once this is dissolved, I'm going to kind of stir it up a little so you can see what's going on. Bring you closer to the pot, huh? And if you were here, their smell-o-vision is wonderful. Okay. And I'm just going to dissolve it. And it gets warm. So by the time I get the jars filled, I layer it with, you'll need a head, probably about 4 heads of dill. That's the kind of dill I use. I got those at the farmer's market for $1. So, and you layer that, and I'll put in some garlic, and then I'll fancy chop up the pickles. You don't have to chop them up. You can keep them whole. I find if you keep them whole, the crunch is there, but you know what? The crunch is there with the little, as long as you make them a thick slice. So, once this is heated through, I do want it heated up though, so don't just, because see the salt's not in there right now, but I do want it heated up a little. Once that's heated through, I'll shut it off, put the lid on it. Actually, I'll put the lid on it now. Found out why it wasn't heating. Have to turn the stove on. Oh Lord, it's going to be one of those nights. All right, I'll be back once I get the jar all set up. Okay, so the vinegar water, salt water, is the brew, the mix is already brought to a boil, and now it's just sitting resting on the stove. What I did was take one of the heads of dill and stuck it in the bottom of the jar, a couple pieces of garlic, and that was 2 cucumbers. I will tell you a trick on how to do your pickles. Put them in. Okay, first of all, you can't have none of the green vine area on your pickle. If it's on there, this part right here, if that's on there, it'll ruin your whole batch. I just cut the bottom part off just for a decoration part. So, and then I have my fancy chopper here that I got at Bed Bath & Beyond. Then it cuts pretty slices. And then I just stick those in the jar. And what you're doing is you're just layering as you go. With your cucumbers, you wash them and get all the pickery part off. I use a washcloth and do all that. And then I stick them in ice cold water overnight. And they got to be nice and firm. If it's soggy, which, like this one, see, that will not stay crunch. That'll be a mushy pickle. So you want a nice firm pickle, cucumber. And those, just because it's not good for pickling, it's still good for eating. And these have been washed and put in a bag, set in ice water. And I had to wait till I got enough for my garden. So I just washed them and stuck them in the crisper. And when I had enough, I stuck enough for a batch. I put them in the bowl, my 59 cup bowl, and with ice water and ice pack, and let those babies just pucker right up because they tighten right up. That's how they do it. Now on my garlic, there might be a little peel left on it. It is not going to hurt anything. I'm just slicing it as thin as I can and just sticking it in there. So now I'm going to take another one of these little heads off of here, throw that in there. And with this, I'm just going to stick that in there. It gives it a little heat, not much. And I like to add one onion in my mix. So, and I just kind of chop them thick. And I'll stick a little bit of that in there. Oh, it makes it wonderful. I kind of want to break some of that up. But so you get the drift. So we're going to layer back and forth. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I am going to show you something. See the discoloration here? It's been froze. See the difference? Like that. Cannot use that in your pickles because they're no good. Once they freeze up, they're no good. They had the brine, it would be good. So I just wanted to bring it back and show you that. And my refrigerator, sometimes if something gets pushed back on the back, part of it will freeze. So I'm hoping I have enough to do this jar. I'm pretty sure I do, but let's hope, right? All right, had to show you that. Do not use those. All right, so I'm bringing it back. I'm getting my layers down. Got one pepper there, and I'm just going to shove this one down the side. Make it look pretty. It smells wonderful. Now, even with your garlic, you cannot have, I don't care if you got peel on it, do not put the root part, that hardcore part, in your pickle mix. It will make it go bad. A little bit of peel ain't going to hurt because that will dissolve pretty much. You know, people sit there and make sure, Never have. I cut them in half. I get what I can off it. And then I throw it in. Because you're just enhancing that garlic flavor, but yet you're not exploding it in there. And these little ones, sometimes I cut them in half, sometimes I don't. The real small ones, I don't. But something about that root base on the bottom of your garlic, like that right there, that needs to come off. Because I don't know what causes your batch not to turn out, but if it's that or the stem of your garlic, that'll do it too. So yeah, I'm kind of prolonging this, but so I just got a little bit more space. I'm just going to throw those in there, get that done. Try not to make my video too long. Uh-oh. So that's all frozen. So I might just be able to have just that. Some of it was froze, some of it wasn't. That's all froze. See, that's the dangers of putting them in the fridge, in your crisper. Yep, frozen. But, I mean, what can you do if you ain't got enough cucumbers to make a batch? How are you going to save it, you know? There we go, finally. I love this little chopper. It works awesome. So wow, I thought I would have plenty of cucumbers left over, but with some of them freezing, it didn't work out that way. So that's awesome. I did up a jar. Now this jar will be, we won't touch it until Thanksgiving, but it'll be good in like, I think 2 weeks. It's good to use. But I make these up for the holidays. Nothing better than getting some, uh-oh. Oh. Nothing like having a nice batch of crispy dill cucumbers. That one I'm going to put over there. And then baking, I got just the right amount. To fill that up. So with the jar, you want to push them under the rim as much as possible. Because they have to be underneath the brine. There we go. Now I'll take the rest of the dill. I just use the tops for these. Push them in. That'll be my big topper one there. See how easy this is? And to store your dill, you put it in water. You probably already know that. If not, it's a good tip. All right. All my dill in there. this, I'm going to push it down in there really good. I have one pickle left, and that's the wilty one. That was it, and then the frozen ones. Oops. One little piece. We'll make it fit. All right, let's go over to the sink and pour in the brine. Well, come on, you guys gotta come too. Just set up. There. All right. Ouch, that's hot. Ouch. Okay. So I'm going to give this a stir. Smells wonderful. Cover it like that. There's my other towel. All right. All right. Now, I'm going to put the rest of that in a jar because once this sets for a day or two on the counter, once you see it start turning cloudy, then you put it in the refrigerator. But until then, it needs to sit on your counter out of the sun. Okay? Oh, let's try to get some of those bubbles out. Just pushing them down works good. But I want to try to keep that dill holding all that in there, see? You can, oh, I don't want to tap it with you because I'll knock you around. That helps pull all the bubbles up. Push it down. And you're not going to get all the bubbles out because it is going to sit on your counter, like I said. But you can get most of them out. All right. So see, just by tapping that, it's still, I can put some more in there. There. That's it. That's all we do. Take a paper towel, kind of wipe off your lid a little. Top for me, around. Take your lid and you just set it on there. You don't put it on tight because it will foam over. And I suggest you put it on an old towel or paper towel so you can see what's going on to protect your counter. I would put it on a towel like this and then with paper towel. That way there you can see what the heck's going on. There. That pretty? And we did it all by ourselves. Love that. All right, guys. From my pantry to yours, big hugs. I hope you try this recipe. Take care now. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Bye. I did want to bring it back for a minute. I'm using my Tupperware storage container because it's refrigeratable. And I'm going to take what's left over and pour it in there. Yeah, I'm making a mess. But I do want to get some of the spices out of there. Oh, it's hot. So I'm going to dump a little of that down the sink. Because it's just vinegar and salt. Then I'm going to put that spice right in there. There we go. That way there, if I do have to have it for here, I've got it and it's saved. And I will store this in the fridge. I'll wipe it down and store it in the fridge. All right, I just wanted you to know what I was storing that in. And if you ever get a chance to get these are wonderful. And you just put the lid on. And with this, I'm not going to put the lid on tight because it will poof. So I'm going to leave that out like that. Actually, I might just leave it set out like that so that way there I don't get a chance of it burning in my fridge. Not burning, you know, poof, in my fridge. All right, everyone. That's it. Bye. Try to get you all my tips in I can.